Hey everybody, this is Dr. Joe Borio, this week's Thot Flash. It's been a couple of weeks. I've had Dr. Kathy Wendland-Colby take over for me. Certainly a strong force, a very powerful leader in chiropractic, has a lot to offer. We're very honored to have her speaking at Chiropractic Consulting this weekend. If you haven't registered yet, it's September 14th and 15th. We're also going to have a special appearance by Dr. Sharon Gorman. Talk about a leader in chiropractic, runs Focus. Very excited and honored to have her along with some of her staff there. And we're also going to have Dr. John DeVilla, who's going to be there. Dr. John runs a company that helps chiropractors stay in compliance with state and federal. For some of you that still utilize insurance and Medicare, he's going to discuss compliance issues involving that, how to bill them correctly, and a lot of things that chiropractors like to do. We want to share chiropractic to the world. We want to give out coupons and incentives and have people come in to certainly try chiropractic out. How we can do that legally and be in compliance at the same time, like I said, still get out there and make a difference by bringing more and more people in and exposing them to the awesome healing of their own body and how chiropractic releases that. So real excited and honored to have Dr. John there as well. Party's going to start Friday, the September 14th this week, and we do Friday night philosophy extravaganza. We're probably going to go right till 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then Saturday morning we're going to start at 9 o'clock. And we're going to just rock right from 9 till 5:30, 6 o'clock. We're going to go over inspiration, motivation. We're going to talk about practice management, nuts and bolts, how we do things specifically in the practice that helps educate people better, understanding the value of what chiropractors do, understanding the awesome healing ability that they have within their body and how what you do allows that to express itself through the body. We're going to talk a lot about that and many other things. So we're real excited to have you there. The whole weekend is about serving. It's about growing. It's about growing yourself, the 6 inches between your ears, and it's about how to run your office better. We certainly encourage you to bring staff. We certainly encourage you to bring your spouse. We really want an experience for everybody so that your whole team can go back or your support system can go back and really make a big difference for you and for those people we serve with chiropractic. Real excited about that. That being said, today I wanted to talk just briefly about profession and principle. And you know, there's a lot of new information out there regarding different associations and talking about what they want to bring into the profession of chiropractic. And I can tell you, as I've spoken about over the years, the reason that we've lost our way is because we forget that chiropractic isn't a profession. Chiropractic is a principle. Chiropractic is a philosophy. Chiropractic is a way of life. Chiropractic is an understanding of universal law. That's really what chiropractic is. And what you do day to day, ideally, and maybe a better way to word it is what we should strive towards. What we should all strive towards is to practice the principle of chiropractic, to truly practice the principle of chiropractic, which means that you understand there's an enormous, powerful, eternal force that resides within all of matter. Certainly a higher level of organization, a higher level of intelligence resides in living structures such as ourselves, and that your job is to allow that to express itself and really allow it to work better as it was intended to do, as opposed to start to an attempt to alter what it's doing to some end or some means. And that's really where we've lost our way. The moment we start thinking that we're a profession, see, the profession starts to exist separate from the principle. And then what happens is we start to practice the profession of chiropractic rather than practice the principle of chiropractic. So once you start to practice the profession, then what happens is you lose your rudder. You lose the ability to steer the ship. You lose your way. And all of a sudden what happens is you start bringing in other things into the profession. All of a sudden you start to nurture the profession. All of a sudden your goal starts to be about survival of the profession, not how to practice the principle. So what happens is, boy, the profession's taking a hit. Enrollment's down. So we're going to change the name of schools and remove the word chiropractic. We're going to start to offer other health alternative professions and education at the school because we need to kick up enrollment and we need to get more people there. And then what we're going to do is start teaching more physical therapy. We're going to start to cave into the CCE, and we're going to start to teach more diagnosis. And then what happens is we become a healthcare profession that's out there about feeling good. And all of a sudden, everything we do is about feeling good. And then that becomes the new definition of the profession. So anything can make you feel good. Hell, you can brush your teeth. You can exercise. You can eat better. You can do detox. You can do ionic foot baths. You can do diathermy and ultrasound. You can do all these other things. And you know, I think the problem we run into is as a critic of that, as somebody who says, wait, I'm coming from a place of principle, and those things don't fit in the principle. It doesn't mean that they don't have value. I'm not making a personal attack on the school or the leadership of the school, or even those people that are chiropractors. I'm simply reminding all of us that the profession of chiropractic should be that of a group of well-intended servants to serve and practice the principle of the profession, which means that you're going to locate areas of the spine that have lost mobility or alignment, and you're going to reduce that distortion with adjustments so that the nervous system can communicate better to the body. So that intelligence, some people call it God, wherever your comfort zone is, but so that the eternal intelligence of the universe that resides in all of us can basically express itself through man, so the body can work the way it's intended. That is the principle of chiropractic. And what you'll find is that we're then stepping out as the responsible members, and we're allowing the body to do what it's supposed to do. And if we follow that in our walks of life, we will certainly always practice principle. But as soon as the profession starts to lose that and we detach ourselves from principle, now the profession is going to become an osteopathic profession. We are going to become a group of healthcare providers who are good people, well-intended, well-educated, who now will use drugs and surgery and any means necessary in order to, what we view as, help the body and alleviate it from symptomatology. And the saddest part of that is that philosophy has already, or practice, if you will, has already existed for well over 100 years and has made the human species the sickest species on the planet. So human beings waiting till we're sick and then initiating care to somehow alleviate symptomatology, enabling the person to carry on with that lifestyle, as opposed to stepping back and saying, wait, the body's like a plant, is intended to be healthy. So if we nurture the body all the time and present an environment for the nervous system to work as well as it's supposed to all the time, the body will always tend towards wellness better, therefore less likely to ever develop a loss of coordination or disease, developing disease, sickness, and illness. And it doesn't mean by criticizing that approach of allopathic that approach isn't necessary. I mean, that doesn't mean that we don't need, emergency room doctors and nurses and people that do physical therapy and nutrition and exercise. That doesn't mean we don't need that. But more urgently, we need people that understand the principle of chiropractic, and we need those people to practice that. And if we practice that, hell, 90% of what we call healthcare, disease care, goes by the wayside because you're not going to need it. Not only that, we'll live longer, we'll live a better quality. Not only that, we'll be a better expression of what the universe intended us to be, which are not only just we don't hurt, but the way we think, the way we act, the way we treat each other as human beings, all of that changes. That's the gift of chiropractic. That's practicing the principle. Join me September 14th and 15th at our office. Learn more about practicing the principle. Learn more about growing and serving more people. Learn more about working, if you will, less in the office, but having more fun and enjoying it and having better balance with your family and your practice in the business and so forth, and really enjoying the mentorship of being around some really great chiropractors and great leaders. Hope to see you there this weekend, September 14th, 15th, this week at my office, right out of Syracuse, New York. I'm excited to have you guys. Guys, may your innate always flow from above down, inside out, with 100% of universal intention. Have a great week, guys. Excited to see you this weekend.
Best friend gave me the best advice. He said each day's a gift and not a given right.